G'day trainers and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Geography, the series where we take an in-depth look at the towns, cities, and landmarks of the Pokemon world. Up next is Fuchsia City, the southernmost settlement of mainland Kanto and home to the Kanto Safari Zone. Let's begin. Fuchsia City is a beautiful village located in the southwest of the Kanto region. The motto here is the happening and passing city. Now, to each their own, but this is one of my least favourite slogans so far, but maybe I just don't properly understand the beauty of it. The first time we see Fuchsia City is not when Ash challenges the official gym, as in the anime, this poison Pokemon paradise is located outside of the city, and it wasn't until nearly 400 episodes later that we got a proper look at everything Fuchsia City has to offer. There are 2 to 3 major areas of interest within this town, the first one being the absolute fan favourite Kanto Safari Zone. Now, the Safari Zone is an absolutely gorgeous Pokemon preserve run by the warden, Kaiser, that trainers are allowed to enter after paying a small fee of 500 Pokédollars. This small sum will get you 30 Safari Balls, which are required to catch the Pokemon that call this preserve home. No Pokemon battles are permitted inside the Safari, and if you want to catch the exclusive Pokemon here, then you'll need to take a more natural approach, using food items, or a more barbaric approach, beat down the Pokemon with a rock. That seems pretty cruel to me, so I usually stick with a blind Safari Ball throw or baited attempts. There are of course benefits to both options. Throwing a rock at a Pokemon will make it easier to catch, but will also make it more likely to run away. And vice versa for the food items. The Safari Zone implemented the 30 ball limit decades ago, as the preserve was completely wrecked and stripped unnecessarily of almost all the Pokemon here. This travesty occurred when rumours about the highly sought after Dratini had been spotted. Being a dragon-type Pokemon, that is considered to be one of the more powerful Pokemon once fully evolved into a Dragonite. It's easy to see why so many people would try so hard to capture it. But how did the Safari Zone warden manage this limit? Well, this lunatic, or potentially hero, wields a very large revolver and has no issue pointing it in everyone's face. Even 10-year-old children, as shown when he repeatedly stuck it in Ash Ketchum's face. While he is a very gruff and potentially homicidal individual, he hid that rumoured Dratini for more than 30 years, long enough for it to naturally evolve into a Dragonair and even have a baby Dratini of its own. So, is Kaiser in the right in how he aggressively tries to protect Dratini? Or do you think he goes a bit too far? Massive amounts of Pokemon live here, and they can even form herds. This is shown when Ash catches a herd of 30 Tauros, then of course proceeds to only use one of them, very rarely mind you. I think this is a bit of a poor choice for this young trainer, and I would have released 29 of them back into the Safari Zone. Granted, they do live out their day on the Oak Corral, and seem to be having a very, very good time and are very happy where they are. In the manga, the Safari Zone seems to be a bit more advanced with technology that was not seen in the anime or games. It is shown when Red visits the Safari Zone, like all visitors, he was forced to leave his Pokemon and Pokeballs at the entrance before starting his tour. Guided by 2 robotic Pidgey, called Pidgeybots, Red started on a ride on a raft in a river running through the Safari Zone. He quickly noticed 2 Nidoking fighting over the love of a Nidoqueen. Red pulled out a Pokeball that he'd smuggled in and tried to catch one of the Nidoking with it. However, the ball missed the Nidoking and caught Nidoqueen instead. Enraged by this, the 2 Nidoking attacked Red's raft, destroying it and even destroying one of the Pidgeybots. While on the run, Red ended up getting caught up by a group of Victreebel who intended to eat him as part of their nightly evolution ritual. However, thanks to his Pokeflute and a Pokédoll he had on hand, Red managed to escape. He did later come across one of the Nidoking from before, so Red caught one of the Victreebel and used it to weaken the Nidoking enough for him to capture it. The next morning, when Red was found by the Safari Zone officials, he was revealed to have caught a huge herd of Pokemon, including Parasect, Nidoqueen, a Dragonair, and multiple Execute, Nidoking, Victreebel, Weepinbell, and Bellsprout. The Move Deleter is also located in Fuchsia City, next to the local Poke Center, and has the mysterious ability to make a Pokemon forget a move. More importantly, he is the only person in the entire Kanto region that can remove an HM move from a Pokemon, moves like Cut and Surf. Alongside the Kanto Safari Zone, Fuchsia City is also home to a Pokemon Zoo. The main difference being, these Pokemon cannot be caught by trainers. The Pokemon on display here include Chansey, Lapras, Voltorb, Kangaskhan, Slowpoke, and Kabuto or Omanite. Outside each exhibit, there is a corresponding sign with a little information about each Pokemon, the most fascinating of which is the sign for Lapras, which reads, Name Lapras, aka the King of the Seas. I wonder how Lugia and Kyogre feel about this title. There's also a move tutor located inside the Poke Center, and it's capable of teaching exclusive moves to Pikachu, which would be Splishy Splash, a water type move, and for Eevee, it can teach either Sappy Seed, a grass type move, Freezy Frost, an ice type move, or Sparkly Swirl, a fairy type move. And of course, the core attraction for all Pokemon trainers, the official Fuchsia City Pokemon Gym, currently led by Poison type specialist Janine. Previously, this gym was led by Koga, but he had been accepted into the Kanto Elite Four and had to step down as the gym leader. The epithet for both Koga and Janine are the Poisonous Ninja Master. This gym really takes full advantage of the lifestyle Janine and her father Koga lead by establishing ninja traps throughout the gym, along with invisible walls that must be navigated. Once Janine took over, she added an additional challenge that all gym challengers must overcome, and that's she disguised all gym trainers within the Fuchsia Gym as herself, so you couldn't differentiate them. If battling Koga, you will first find yourself up against his Weezing, Muk, and Golbat all at level 43, and his ace Pokemon Venomoth at level 44. If you're a more accomplished trainer, you'll find yourself up against his Tentacruel, Weezing, Golbat, and Venomoth all at level 56, and his new ace Pokemon Muk, who's level 57. If you're battling against Janine, you'll need to face her Crobat, Weezing, and 2 Ariados all at level 47, alongside her ace Pokemon Venomoth, who'll be level 50. Those that manage to outbattle the Poison Ninja Masters will earn themselves a Soul Badge, a heart-shaped badge coloured after the city, Fuchsia. The Soul Badge will allow the trainer to command appropriate Pokemon to use the move Surf outside of battle. Koga had invented, or at least commissioned, the creation of very special Pokeballs that could be thrown like shuriken. This added to the mystery surrounding this ninja master. Discussed before, but in the manga, Koga is one of the 3 head villains within Team Rocket and reports directly to Giovanni himself. Koga is known to use an artificial serum to force his Pokemon to evolve, shown when he used it on his Rhyhorn in Mount Moon, forcing it to evolve into a Rhydon. Koga was also the one using his Ghastly to reanimate the corpse of the recently deceased Pokemon in the Lavender Town Tower. Truly a terrible human being. He is clearly a very able trainer though. He was able to capture and command the legendary Articuno, and nearly used its power to kill both Red and Blue. Koga does go on to do battle against the Elite Four, Agatha in this instance, and he does so alongside Blue. However, after this battle, which takes place at Cerise Island, Koga had gone missing, and even though he was instructed by Giovanni to return to the Fuchsia City Gym, there was no response. Eventually, Koga would reappear with a new partner, Bruno, an unwilling member of the Elite Four who had saved Koga when Cerise was about to collapse. The two had since been training together for a while until they met their former opponents Red and Blue, whose Rhydon was drilling underground towards the Ilex Forest. Towards the end of the series, Koga and Bruno meet Will and Karen in the Ilex Forest and persuaded the pair of the defeated Team Rocket members to work together with them, thus forming what eventually would become the new and official Elite Four of Kanto. Janine takes on other jobs, mostly revolving around security, which is shown when she was hired to try and steal a big pearl from the Goldenrod Museum in the Johto region. Once her father disappeared, she became lost. Not only was her dad gone, but he was also her master. Suicune later challenged Janine to a battle, and although she put up a very powerful resistance, the legendary dog of the Johto region was too much for her. As Suicune left, they agreed to battle again one day. Fuchsia City does not change much in size over the years, starting at only 35 residents, then increasing to 36 residents within 3 years. This does mean that at least 2 new people moved to town as Koga was no longer residing there. While we do not have a complete history for Fuchsia City, we know there used to be a daycare, or at the very least a breeding centre here, as Katrina told May that her grandparents used to run the breeding centre here. This is no longer in business however, and it must have been quite a while ago, as no one else ever seems to mention it. There are 3 routes out of Fuchsia City, and they are Route 18 to the west, which we covered in our Celadon City video, Route 19 to the south, and Route 15 to the east. Route 19 is also referred to as Sea Route 19 because, you guessed it, it's a sea path and you must be able to surf to travel along it. Route 19 connects Fuchsia City and Route 20. There is nothing of huge importance on this path, but in the manga, wild Dragonite are known to appear here, one of them very nearly killing Red and destroying HMO3, Surf, in the process. However, before Red drowned, Misty arrived and saved him on the back of her Gyarados. Route 15 connects Fuchsia City and Route 14. This route is separated into two halves by a long ledge, placing the northern half on a hill. The northern half can be accessed by commanding a Pokemon to use Cut on a large tree, blocking the way to its eastern entrance along Route 14. Trainers can travel from the northern half to the southern half at any time just by hopping down the ledge. However, the reverse is not possible. Alright trainers, that's everything we know about Fuchsia City. What's your favourite thing? Let me know down below in the comments section. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this in the future. Have a great day.